Age of Sigmar 2000 point World Championship of Age of Sigmar here. We're live. I'm Rob. I'm joined by my co-host and Table Boss Extraordinaire wrapped into one. James, how you doing?
What up?
What up? You didn't ask, but I'm also doing great. I want you to know. I'm really happy to have you here.
I knew. I can sense it.
Yeah, this is our third game for the day. Now, you guys can type in !bracket into the chat to see who is playing to win the event. Both of these two players are looking to also win the event. But we've also got our man Benjamin Sava, who we saw on the stream last game. He's playing on table 1 to potentially take out the event. There's lots to play for. But both these two players have won both of their games. We've got a Blessed Sons list of Maggotkin of Nurgle versus a horrific Seraphon list. It's going to be a doozy. If you type in !lists, you'll be able to read those lists. I think, James, you described both of these lists beforehand in some particularly colourful fashion. Would you like to... What do you think of the lists?
The Maggotkin one, I hate. Like, it's boring. It's just so boring.
Well,
it's just a load of guys. Carry on.
Well, I just want you to know that I love both of these two players. I know them both quite well. They're both really nice fellas, both Mark and Abaid, who are playing. Mark's playing with the Maggotkin. Abaid is playing with Seraphon. But their ability to write lists that make me sick. I'm not saying that I'd be sick on a kitten reading these lists, but I'm tempted to be. Like, it's pretty dark. Yeah?
I'm not saying it's a bad list. I just think it's dull. Like, Blight Kings are boring.
Aren't they? Aren't they just? They just?
Model. Love them as a model, but not very exciting. The 5-up save, not very exciting. Like, just don't think it's very exciting.
Well,
that is a very pretty 3D render of a Great and Clean one, though.
Yeah, it's really nice. So this is affecting it now more. So the Nurgle units will be able to run and charge. This Great and Clean one has got a bell attached to it. That is actually that rendering there is the I think that's the what are they called? Oh god, they do an incredible Bellacore model as well. Damn it. Anyway, those guys. It's gone out of my head today. Creature Caster. That's a Creature Caster Lord at Maggotkin. Okay. Or you should go on the Creature Caster website, by the way. You will love it. However, let's look at this list. As you can see here, and if you type !lists, there is a lot, and I mean an effing lot, of Blight Kings. Nay, not one, nay, not two, but many a Blight King. So he's got Blessed Sons, which is one of the new Nurgle hosts that you see from the Wrath of the Everchosen book, which means each time one of those Blight Kings explode on a 2+, they're going to cause a mortal wound to a unit within 3 inches, I think, maybe 1 inch. Anyway, then he's got a Great and Clean one with the bell, and he's got the Grandfather's Blessing. He's got the Blot Shell Bile Plate, which means he's going to reroll his saves. He's got the Law of Virulence with the favoured poxes as well. He's also got Lord of Blights, the Harbinger of Decay, who we're seeing just there. Then he's got 20 Blight Kings, which is a 600-point unit.
Jeez.
10 Blight Kings, which is a 320-point unit. And then 2 lots of 5 Blight Kings in the Blight Cyst. Yeah? How do you feel about that?
It's just a lot of one unit, isn't it?
Well, Abaid has turned up with the same idea, which is great news. He's like, a lot of one unit, I see you there. So he's got... Right here, you can see this. This is his general. He's got a Skink Priest, a 70-point general. He's then got 3 more Skink Priests. Yeah? Absolutely not. This list has got a great name. It's called the Skink Nation, triggering you all over the mortal realms. He then has got 4 lots of 10 Skinks, and we've started to see them deployed on the board. There you go. 4 lots of 10 Skinks. He then has, and this is the disgusting part, 6 units. 6 maxed out units of salamanders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just.
Oh my god. I hate everything that I'm witnessing. I want you to know that. Everything that I'm witnessing. But it's kind of cool. Maybe. Kind of. What do you think?
I like the concept. I like the gung ho approach. of going all out on salamanders, and I know that's contradictory because I just said how boring all those Blight Kings were, but I think there's something kind of funny about the little lizards. Again, like, I'm not sure it's something I'd play because I'd just be like, cool, bored of this. Don't know. It's interesting, right? And it'll be interesting to see the kind of crazy damage output that those salamanders can do, especially having already won 2 games.
Yes, having won 2 games already. So he's also got the Fangs of Sotek. That's his sub faction. So he's got plus 3 inches to friendly skink movement on the first battle round. So those those salamanders that normally move 12 inches will now be moving 15 inches. He's also got a command ability, parting shot at the end of the enemy's charge phase. Choose 1 skink or chameleon unit wholly within 18 inches, and then on 4+, that unit can shoot and then retreat. So that's what he is rocking there. So it really is against an impenetrable. Basically, it's an impenetrable. Oh, that's not how you say that word.
Impenetrable.
Thank you. Wall of wounds versus a hot wall of fire, and who will win? That's the real question. The last game was won by the Idneth Deepkin, who are going on to potentially win the event. The battle plan, James. This is all you, right?
Yep, it is the better part of Valor.
How's it work?
It is 6 objectives that you can see already placed with the objective markers round. So let's just find out. So at the end of each of their turns, starting from the second battle round, a player can choose to destroy 1 or more objectives they control in order to score the following points. If the player gain control of the objective in this turn, they score 1 point. If the player controlled the objective at the end of their last turn and has not lost control of it since, they scored 2. If the player has controlled the objective at the end of their turn before last, they score 4. If they've gained control of it in the first battle round and held it for all of the battle rounds, they gain 8.
Yep. It's a really fun objective. Really fun. Look at all those Blight Kings. Now, sorry everyone. The Nurgle army does have some big bonuses here, in that it's way faster than you might initially think. Plus 3 inches at the start, thanks to the Nurgle, the bell on the Great and Clean one. Potentially another plus 2 inches from the Wheel of Contagion, so that's plus 5. So those Blight Kings, who you think are normally movement 4, and now adding, they're now movement 9. The Feculent Gnarlmaw, which you can see here, means they can run and charge, and each one of those Blight Kings is 4 wounds apiece. So that is, in that 20-man unit, 80 wounds of Blight King. But here's where it gets spicy, everyone. Here's where it gets spicy. We're waiting for the characters to go down. So this Lord of Blights, that's at the back, behind the Great and Clean one, and the Harbinger of Decay, they both do some great stuff. The command ability on the Lord of Blights, he picks a unit within 21 inches, and I think maybe it has to be, no, just within 21 inches, and then -1 to hit for attacks that target it in the shooting phase. However, if the unit contains 20 or more models, which that unit over there does, it's -2 to be shot in the shooting phase. So -1 or -2, and then the Harbinger of Decay, who's right there, he's got an amazing command ability. Really, really good. He is going to be picking units. So Nurgle Mortal unit, wholly, while they're within 7 inches, so not wholly within, so that 20 block and that 10 block, while they're just within 7 inches of him, they have a 5-up DPR save. So that is 80 wounds, 120 wounds with a 5-up DPR save. So if you just imagine what you saw with the Kadai I was running the other day, just times that wound output by the level of wounds by 3, that's what you're looking at.
Mad.
120 wounds with a 5-up DPR. That's what we're talking. 120 wounds.
His ability is still just so strong.
The
Harbinger of Decay.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Like the fact that it's within just makes such a difference too.
So it really is the rock and the hard place. That's what we're talking. Yeah, and the Nurgle army is going to swamp across the board, I reckon. So get your bets in. Bets in, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is going to take it out? Will the Nurgle survive?
I think he's the Nurgle's biggest problem already looking at it is in theory he's got a hold. The Seraphon being able to teleport on any of those objectives, hasn't he, for the whole game?
Yes.
Which is that like that's for me, like if I'm playing this game, that's the most terrifying point of it. Like that Seraphon player can at any point, if I leave the within nines, obviously they're all measured out, I can hop on an objective, claim it, done. Like it's such a game changer, I think, on this one, the ability to move around, teleport, etc.
Yeah, no, yeah, really big, really important, and I think we're not going to see people not take teleports again. Well, maybe we will. We'll not see, but it's so huge. I reckon we might see Mark just sit there in his objective for the entire game, just egging.
Yep.
Oh, and we're off. And we're off. Who gets the choice? That's the real question. Who gets the choice?
It will be Nurgle that gets the choice.
Nurgle get the choice. I think that they're just going to give it away turn one. Give it away, give it away, give it away. So these salamanders, James, do you know why people are talking about them so much?
Because they hurt.
Yeah, well, to quote my man Bobby Halls over on YouTube, salamanders slap, but so do Blight Kings. Blight Kings also slap in close combat. It's their stream of fire attack, 4 attacks each, hitting on 3s, wound on 3s, rend 2, doing D3 damage. That's 4 attacks each. In a full unit, you'll get 3 salamanders and you get a bunch of skinks. They also have 3 attacks in close combat, 3s, 3s, rend 2, D3 damage. So statistically, one salamander has who's 80 points has the same output as a bloodthirster.
Excellent.
to give you some context, yeah. So this is going to be a slap fest. It's going to be all. It's going to be like who's the best bassist? Just boom, 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 boom. Just take that slap bass for a walk. Boom, 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 boom. So who do you think is going to take the turn? That's the real question. What do you reckon?
So they're just talking through lists. So I think realistically that Nurgle player is going to want to give it away so he can see what happens. But he's also a Nurgle player that wants to run forward and hit things. So he might just take the turn, but it would be the wrong